come from a background of being a doctor, and I had no clue, anything. I didn't have any idea about digital world. Every one of you can create a difference in a million lives. That day, I wrote down in my book that I am going to create a difference in a million people's lives. I went back home, put up a vision board, I put up my picture, and below that I wrote, one woman can make a difference to a million lives. Till then, everyone told me that I'm mad, right? Even I myself thought maybe I'll take my entire lifetime, but I'm going to do it no matter what. But this gentleman said, it's possible. And we started work immediately. So we built Poorna Convention, we built B-Hub, we empowered Sanctum. And the numbers were just in hundreds, but the social service organization that I built, which is Million Monk, suddenly exploded, and it reached out to more than 3 million plus mothers. When we have bigger vision, we think we have to learn a lot. But I think the most important thing is to get one right person who believes in your vision. And each of us is blessed with that person right here, mentoring us throughout our way.
So it's like saying, if you want wealth, you gotta be wealth. Yes? Didn't get it? If you want wealth, you've got to be wealth. Yes? You have to talk wealth, you have to think wealth, you have to actually go ahead and prepare yourself to really own that wealth and then use it well. Yes? And that is exactly what this next power duo, power couple is going to be teaching us about exponentially growing as far as our wealth is concerned as well. Inner wealth creates the outer wealth. So let's not even get there about, is it inner wealth, we're talking about outer, everything is connected. Yes, we all know it. You're in quantum, you know it better than I do. Now they are in this core expertise, which is investment in multiple asset classes. That's amazing. And they've been with ILH ever since it started. In fact, the Lady Luck in this particular duo has been with Sidz, has been working with Sidz even before he launched ILH. All right? They've impacted 5 million plus lives until now, till date. That calls for a big round of applause. They're doing some big work out there. And I just want to be able to share that their earnings are in multiples of tens of crores. So, one big round of applause for that. Multiples, tens of crores. That's a huge number, but we don't know the number. That's really okay. But when we know this, we know that, okay, that's what's happening. And I just also have to share with you, this gentleman thinks his top 3 accomplishments, when you see him, you'll know that he's got many more accomplishments than that. But what he considers top 3 for himself are one, that he was awarded one of India's top achievers in math in CBSE in 1998. So for him, that's like a bit, obviously it is, because you're at such a tender age and you're saying, if this is what I can do, can you imagine how much I can do later? Yes? We all know that about our kids, right? And of course, he also was awarded the best speaker in his district again. You know what Sidz was talking about? When you're doing it in one particular category or when you're doing it in one particular area, then for you to be able to take all those ingredients, all the processes and everything forward becomes so much easier. So I'm sure he told himself, if I can do this, I can speak on a world stage and also be considered a best speaker. Yes? I think that's really, really powerful. And of course, the fact that he became financially free at the age of 26. Wow. Yes, big round of applause. Big, big round of applause. That's amazing. Now, he says that he's acted in a web series. That's something quirky about him that we probably didn't know. He's acted in a web series with the highest recorded viewing minutes in 2020. And undoubtedly, I've been able to have multiple conversations with this gentleman even before today. Undoubtedly, his superpower is focus. Now, let's talk about his lady luck. Okay, she's one dynamite. Absolute dynamite, I tell you. She's shared the stage with the likes of Robin Sharma, Kim Kiyosaki, Keep the applause coming. Come on, because this is not a joke. Mary Buffett, Dr. John DeMartini. These are the people she's shared the stage with. She's been speaking from the same stage as them. That's amazing. She's addressed up to 10,000 people in one go in an audience. She has actually been named the top influencer, top women influencer in the last 100 years by Lions Club International. Wow! Massive achievements. She has achieved what nobody in 38 years has been able to accomplish, which is that she and her team got 1,000 members inducted in BNI World in one day. Massive, massive, massive. Now, whatever this lady touches, you know, it's like saying whatever this magical lady touches returns riches to her. Wow, that's amazing, right? That's powerful. And undoubtedly, her superpower is resilience, because no matter how many times life thrashes her, she just finds the positive in all of it. So please, let's welcome somebody who I can definitely say this about, that fortune favors the bold, the brave, and the people who have the preparedness in their mind. Please help me welcome the co-founder and founder of Fortune Academy, Pradeep and Dr. Pavitra. Awesome! Let me get out of the way. Louder, guys, louder, come on.
Thank you so much. How many of you sitting in this room want to create a multi-crore vision for yourself? With a raise of hands. How many of you sitting in this room want to create a multi-crore energy in your lives? Friends, the reason I talk about multi-crore energy is because if you want to create a multi-crore vision, you need a multi-crore energy. Can I see the multi-crore energy in this part of the room?
Yay!
Now let's hear the multi-crore energy from this part of the room.
Yeah!
Amazing. There's no wonder that this is one of the best people in the entire world. And as Pallavi rightly introduced, my name is Pradeep, and this is my best half, Dr. Pavitra, and this, my friends, is our story.
2014, I was sitting in the audience when Vishen Lakyani was speaking on stage. He told one thing: every one of you can create a difference in 1,000,000 lives. That day, I wrote down in my book that I am going to create a difference in 1,000,000 people's lives. I went back home, put up a vision board, I put up my picture, and below that I wrote, one woman can make a difference to 1,000,000 lives. I want all of you to write that down now, because each of you can make a difference to multiple million people's lives. I want you to write it down and put it up on your vision board. After that, you know, I went to multiple teachers. I went to Australia to learn law of attraction. I went to, US, Canada, Robin Sharma, you name it, all the coaches in the world. Because at that point of time, in India, we were not having that education accessible. Because Success Gyan didn't get started yet, right? What happened next was in 2017, right? 2016, I joined Success Gyan's quantum program. As part of that, I was attending every single program. And in one of the programs, there was this gentleman in my tribe. And that is Sidz, right? We were in one tribe together. How many of you attended Enlightened Warrior Power here? If not, you should attend it. It's one of a breakthrough program, right? We were in the same tribe. As soon as the program got over, that's the first time I got exposure to something called as a digital world. Because I come from a background of being a doctor, and I had no clue, anything. I didn't have any idea about digital world. After the program got over, Sidz was doing one program in Hyderabad in Radisson Blu. And I go to him after the program and tell, Sidz, this is my vision, right? Every week in my natural birthing center, I'm able to help 10 to 15 people. But I want this to reach out to every village. I want this thing to go out to millions of people. He said, yes, it's possible. Till then, everyone told me that I'm mad, right? even I myself thought maybe I'll take my entire lifetime, but I'm going to do it no matter what. But this gentleman said, it's possible. And we started work immediately. Can you believe? From having these many couples in my room every single week to suddenly my Demio, like webinar we had, like Zoom right now, we had Demio that time. I had 300 women. I'm like, is this even real? Like, how come 300 people came in? And that translated into a physical event also. So we started reaching out to multiple women, and thanks to the support of Telangana Women and Child Welfare Department, I trained every single Anganwadi worker from every rural village, and we made sure we touched women in Telangana with the help of digital technology to every single corner of Telangana. Thank you. When we have bigger vision, we think we have to learn a lot. But I think the most important thing is to get one right person who believes in your vision. And each of us is blessed with that person right here, mentoring us throughout our way. And
yeah, so like many of you know, driving is one of my pastimes because by 26 I was financially free. I didn't have much to do. And so once in 2018, me and Pavitra, we were going on a drive. We were sitting in the car near a restaurant. And then she pulls up her phone and shows me a projection saying, my online coaching business can generate a revenue of 1 crore rupees. And this is, I asked, who sent you this projection? She says, Siddharth has made and sent this projection to me. Now, coming from a background of business, real estate, and investing in the stock markets, I never believed in the power of online coaching. This was way back in 2018. How many of you were like me in 2018? You did not believe that, with online coaching, you could generate 1 crore of rupees. 1 crore of rupees was a lot of money back then, right? So I said, this guy, Siddharth, must be crazy. This fellow wants to make some money. That is why he's selling this to Pavitra. And now she's going to pay him a few lakh rupees. I said, no, nothing doing. He's crazy. You are crazy. All of that. But slowly, like Suren of Success Gyan in his program says, what you know in this world is 1%. What you don't know is 4%. And what you don't know that you don't know is 95%, my friends. As I started attending the training programs, also one more very important lesson I want to tell you, my friends, is I realized when I saw the success of some of the people in the training and coaching and other industries, is that the smaller the ego, the bigger the earning. Can all of you all say with me? The smaller the ego, with your hands please, the smaller the ego, the bigger the earnings. And the bigger the ego, the smaller the earnings. Gradually, I started reducing my ego. I started becoming more and more humbler. I started attending more programs. And parallelly, we started doing what we were best at, building income-generating assets. We built a convention center that has housed many events.
So we built Poorna Convention, we built B-Hub, we empowered Sanctum. And the numbers were just in hundreds. But the social service organization that I built, which is Million Monk, suddenly exploded. And it reached out to more than 3 million plus mothers. This was way back.
So things were really good. We were making a lot of money. All our income-generating assets, 17, 18, were doing extremely well. I was in the silver category of taxpayers for that particular year. So guys, this is all success, isn't it? Many years ago. But do you think success is always a straight line up? Not really, right? So same thing for us. COVID happened. All our businesses that were running, that were employing hundreds of people, came to a screeching halt. Not a single rupee of income. But the only business that kept going for us was our training and coaching business.
When one door closes, remember this, any time you are in a difficult situation, there are multiple doors of opportunity which will open up if you are building the right skills. Till that point of time, thanks to Success Gyan, we were attending one program after other. I think before COVID, every program Success Gyan had, I attended every single thing, not the one level. If they say Ultimate Leadership Camp to Malaysia, I go. If they say Spain, I go. If they say Singapore, I go. Like everywhere in the world, I just go to make sure I'm equipped with the right skill. And my last program, I remember, was with Rajiv Talreja just before lockdown. I was talking about mothers and school of mothers and all of that. While doing that program, I realized actually what we are really good at is investing. right? Because at a very young age, we became free. That's the whole reason why we wanted to give back to the society, and we did an NGO by the name Million Moms. So why am I trying to build a school for mothers? Instead, we should focus on investing and helping people become financially free just like us. So all these programs came to the right use when COVID-19 happened. So never, learning should be a continuous journey, and never give up just because, some tragedy hits. So at that point of time, by God's grace, I was one of the trainers in Buffett Online School, and I was never a salesperson. I was a fully service-based person, okay? That day, the person who was about to do the sales stopped lifting the call in the team that we had. And my mentor also was not available. I didn't have a choice, but I had to come up with an offer. Thanks to MTS that I had done before, I sat in 1 hour, I made an offer, and I sold, and in 1 hour's time, for the first time, I made a 50,000 offer, and close to 60 people bought it. Okay, and I'm like, how did this happen? It's just the formula that we followed. Whatever was told in MTS, I just applied it. So, I was one of the first 6 people to be part of Sidz Crore Club at that point of time. And simultaneously, we were building Fortune Academy.
So, all of this going well, but, that's not how life happens, right? How many of you agree that life keeps slapping at you once in a while, yes? So, how would you feel if one fine day you wake up and you realize you've lost access to your Facebook page, you've lost access to your Instagram, you've lost access to WhatsApp? Yes, this situation happened to us. Our social media accounts were sabotaged.
I was part of Quantum by then, by God's grace. Thanks to Quantum's energy, in the first month of Quantum itself, there was a creator accelerator program which was done by Graphy, by all the top creators. I was selected in the top 40, and in the next month, I stood #1 on an entire 1 lakh platform of people, right?
So in the midst of all of these, and then we have no access to social media accounts, no access to advertising. This is the situation when life normally hits hard. All of us fall down, right? But that's not the case with Pavitra. When life hits her hard, she comes back with 100 times more power. Can all of us say, when life hits back, what should we do? Come back with 100 times more?
Power!
Absolutely, that's what she did. She was one of the key brains behind inducting 1,000 members into BNI Hyderabad, which is a world record in itself. This particular picture was taken during the world record event that happened, where the executive director of BNI himself, for the first time, flew all the way to Hyderabad to congratulate the core team, and he had special mention of Pavitra for all the work she had put in.
So this was not the final event. 6 months before we did this event, I'm the events and training coordinator of BNI Hyderabad. I got all the people in one room, and I told this is possible. So even before we did the world record, I told that we are going to do it, and we set that up like that so that, everyone believes it, right? Everyone thought that's crazy. She'll have a massive failure this time. She's totally out of her mind. But understand this, it is not what people tell you, but it is what you tell yourself, right? That makes a lot of difference to your success. Right? At that point of time, we lost access to everything possible. But if I would have given up, I wouldn't be here today. And you know what Pradeep did? He went intensely into what he's really good at, and he picked up 2 properties. One is a bank distress property, and other is, we got it at a good deal, and he finished this project. So, what I want to say is, there is absolutely no force in the world which can stop you from achieving success other than you yourself. Please turn to the next person and say this. There is no one who can stop you other than
you yourself.
Come on, do that to the other person. So just to summarize, right? In this journey, there were a lot of people who were helping us, right? There is Mitesh, who pushed us. I called him and asked, give me the right affirmation, right? In every down of your life, find people who can push you up. Last FBR retreat was a mind-blowing one. There was Havisha, There was Manjunath, who inspired me beyond words.
Jai.
And we also have Jay and Vivek, who were part of my community. I was not having even one single ad. Okay, 0 ads for 6 months. Jay comes and says, I want to do one thing for your community. I'm like, pata nahi how I'll do, but let me do it for Jay. And we got 250 people in the room, and so many people bought. And I'm like, hurry, even with anything also people will buy. So that gave an opening. You know, you should never think something is not working. And Harvey's session where she said her L1 was not working, but she was making 50 lakhs. Right? That inspired me. We went back, we did our own retreat, and in one day with 0 ads, we created that revenue, and it's continuing every single month, right? So it's definitely possible. It's not the ads, right? Your success depends on your belief, and most importantly, on how much value you are adding to your community, right? If you are adding value to your community, no one can stop you from making money, okay? So thanks to each and every one of you, because we creating this beautiful platform itself it inspires us listening to every one of you.
Check. Let's give it up for Pradeep and Mani Pavitra. Awesome. Stay here. So, we go back a very long way. The Million Moms logo I designed and gave it to her. Okay. And then Pradeep, I hope I have built your trust now. Yeah. The proposal that I gave him, I said 1 crore in 1 year projection. At that time, this is 2018. I think it was just starting off. Yeah. But what an amazing journey. And you both have been an inspiration for me. Looking at the way that you succeeded in so many businesses. And then we've done a lot of events together, Enlightened Warrior Power. And Mani Pavitra, she's like ready for any form of learning. Even in my last hackathon, she was there, right there, learning on ChatGPT, all the latest stuff. So I really want to appreciate both of them for being truly lifelong learners, implementing, adapting, and a super high adaptability quotient in whatever they do. So let's give a big round of applause once again for Pradeep and Mani Pavitra. Thank you so much.
Thank you.